Hey, it's Adrian. Just before we get you to this episode, do me a favor and head over to pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site to make the pageant industry safe, transparent, and fair. Three things that I know it is most of the time, but it's not like that all of the time. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, enter your email address, it's completely free, and let's get you to this episode. Welcome, one and all, to the House of Disasters. It's a miracle we managed to get on. You guys at home don't get to see what these guys are doing whilst that jingle is playing. Danielle, I think, is yelling at Jordan to get her water. I don't know what Chloe was doing. I think Chloe was being invaded by one of her dogs.
I got it.
Christine is the most sensible one here, although she's got a 5-year-old beauty queen in the background. And my internet's playing up. So if I freeze and disappear, I've said that Danielle's in charge. God help you all. Okay? So I'm just... this is Danielle's moment to shine. Anyway, guys, welcome to PPJ. I think it's 42. We've been doing this almost a year now because our second ever episode, we had Maria Torres on, director of Galaxy. And it was I told Chloe this, a Halloween episode. That's the one that... What's wrong, Danielle?
There
you are.
What?
Great start. We all went.
What's wrong? Huh? What, you can't...
Was it just me
What's
that
wrong?
dipped out?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
God, okay. We are a beautiful disaster. Welcome. Watch us fail miserably in front of you. Before everything falls apart, why don't I get our special guest for today to introduce herself and hopefully bring a little bit of sanity back to this madhouse. So Christine, take it away, and I'm going to have my coffee because I can't deal with this. It's too early in the morning for me.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I've been a big fan. I am Christine Kolar. I am Mrs. Midwest Galaxy, and I'm from the suburbs of Chicago over in America.
Chicago with the bean, and Chicago with and the deep dish pizza, and we've lost Danielle already. There she goes.
It's okay.
She'll be back at some point. I've actually been to Chicago. I was in Chicago just after Trump was elected and I actually marched in the Women's March in Chicago. So that was an interesting experience. There was so many people there that we actually couldn't march. We ended up just having to stand in place. But it was an amazing city. I mean, the pizza was... Are you a pizza fan? I mean, the Chicago deep dish is...
Yeah, I am. So deep dish is a weakness. And I love it with spinach, actually, or just cheese. Both is very, very good. But if I'm going to waste the calories, I want deep dish.
Oh, yeah, you a pizza fan? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just don't like pineapple on it.
Oh, yeah. Agreed.
Are we going to have...
sweet corn.
One thing I'll tell you: don't bring up the pineapple on pizza. That starts such a debate every time.
I think I watched that episode before.
Oh, it's not just an episode though. Honestly, if you want to start an argument on social media, one thing to talk about is pineapple on pizza, and then the other one with all the people in the UK is what do you call basically the meal after, like your evening meal. So, Christine, what would you call your evening meal?
Dinner.
Okay, so you see, this is a point of contention. Some of them call it supper.
Yeah.
Some of them call it tea, and then there's this argument over what you call lunch as well. And then also one that Danielle gets very passionately worked up about is on scones or scones.
Oh, scones. Yes.
Jam or cream first. Danielle, would you like to weigh in on this topic?
It is definitely cream first and then jam on top. 100%. Anyone that says different is lying.
What do you mean I'm lying? That's how I do it.
It's lying. That's just how it is. That's gospel. I don't know who
Okay.
Is Devon and Cornwall have the argument between the two? We have two counties in
know.
England that one does it one way and the other does it the other way, and nobody really knows, except for me.
Okay,
It's
well-
definitely cream first.
You put cream on first. I put jam on first. Chloe, what do you do?
I don't care as long as there's jam and cream on it.
That is such a cop-out, Chloe. Come on, you got to pick one. Are you jam first or cream first?
I would probably like butter the jam on lightly and have like a huge dollop of cream.
Yeah, so
On
jam
top.
first. All right.
Yeah.
So it's 2 for jam first. Christine, what about you?
Yes,
Jam first
so-
or cream first?
Do you mean cream cheese? Like
No.
the spread?
No. Whipped
Like
cream.
whipped cream.
Literally whipped cream? I
Yeah.
don't think I've
We're having
had
a
that.
cultural misunderstanding here. So
Yes.
you
So-
probably what do you put on your scones?
Well, I would do butter.
Do you have like a savoury or is that savoury or sweet scone?
It would be sweet.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So because you don't put butter on an afternoon tea scone, I would substitute the cream
Okay.
as a butter, and then the
Yeah.
jam just looks prettier on top.
I agree. So I would do butter with jam. Like that's how I do my husband's bagels. As long as there's a little bit of fat and then the sweetness of whatever preserves or jelly on top. Right?
Absolutely.
And we could do high
See,
tea next time I'm in the UK. How's that sound?
100%. High tea is one of my favourite pastimes. I do it with all of my friends at International. I love
Really?
it.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I think I'm going to take my daughter. Actually, we have a place downtown Chicago, and a former Galaxy girl used to compete too. And we're like, we're ready. We need to get dressed up and go do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You have to. It's just annoying that COVID is a thing and, regulations and
Mhm.
all that. But we can still eat out here at the moment.
Yes, same here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see comments.
Yeah, the comments are coming through. I'm sorry, I've got issues with some people on Twitch commenting inappropriate things. I'm just trying to block them.
Oh,
Well,
Twitch?
I am blocking them. Yeah, Twitch is Twitch. It's a bit like the Wild West. So whilst I deal with them, we've also got Beatrice, Alicia, who said, "Hi, Christine Kolar."
oh, hi.
Hey.
Kathleen Durkin has said, "Tea in the UK."
She's my best
Okay, so-
friend from 7th grade.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so cute. How old are you at 7th grade?
How old? What, that
13,
would
right?
be like 11,
Oh.
12. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right around there.
Okay, sorry. Let me keep going through the comments whilst I'll deal with these people that I never want to hear from
And
again.
Kathleen has traveled internationally and studied at University of Bath, I think it is. So that makes sense. She wants to do
amazing.
tea there.
Yeah, Bath is beautiful. It's stunning.
Really? Oh,
It's gorgeous. All the buildings are like stone and there's so
Oh,
much to
wow.
see. And it's not far from the Cotswolds either. And Cotswolds is just so picturesque. It's what you think of when you think of English countryside
mhm.
and little stone houses. It's stunning.
Remind me to table an area I've been to in England for later on.
Are you talking about Bath in the
Yeah.
UK?
Yes.
Right. Have you been to the Roman baths? Anyone?
Mm-mm.
The Roman baths in Bath?
Mm.
You can because I believe it goes back to ancient Roman times, and you can actually drink the water that's there. It's
Oh,
like a
wow.
touristy attraction, and so you have a little water fountain that gives you the water from Bath, and you put it in your bottle, and it's a special thing. The problem is it has a lot of copper in it. That's one of the weird things about the water there, and so it ends up tasting like blood.
Oh.
So you're drinking this, and it tastes like blood, and everyone else is going, "Oh my God, this water is amazing," and I'm just like, "Oh, it just tastes like blood. I couldn't do it, so I had to pour
Sure.
it back out." So
But-
it is beautiful, but I don't recommend the water.
But
Got
the
it.
higher the mineral
Oh, right.
content, the better the water is for you.
Mm.
So it is good for you.
Yes. Yes, but I might just pop a multivitamin rather than drinking blood, if that's okay, Danielle. I don't like drinking blood. It reminds me of all the dental work I've had done
Oh,
because
yeah.
of taking classes.
Not your favorite pastime.
Mm-mm.
I actually love going to the
No.
dentist.
Oh, you odd bod.
Yeah, I
Yes.
love getting the little numbing needles, and like it's like my mom always makes fun of me over it. It's like one pain I actually like is going to the dentist, and then I know
Wow.
when your
That-
mouth is numb the rest of the day. Like it's like a fuzzy feeling. I like it.
So weird.
Yeah.
And I'm the weird one for keeping my teeth.
That I've never actually met anyone who enjoys going to the dentist, Chloe.
Yeah.
Has this always
And my
been a
dentist is
thing,
really
or
sweet as well.
Do you go to the dentist and go, please give me a filling, please give me a filling?
Not really. I just don't mind going, and I don't mind the little rinses. They're nice. They taste good. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it's nice to go for a little chat.
Maybe the dentist is a little easy on the eyes.
That won't be
Wink.
bad.
Oh, no.
We're all going to
Yeah,
be traveling to Ireland for our dentist.
I'm ready for my cleaning.
what was I going to say? So I'm still having issues with that. Okay, so I'm going to try and I'm going to deal with that on the side now. Just with the comments here, Frankie has said cream on first. It's like putting butter first and jam.
Yeah.
All right, so Frankie agrees. With
Frankie
Danielle.
knows.
Stephanie has said that yes. Chloe knows.
Hmm.
What else? Oop. Okay. All right. So whilst we're doing that, I did get. So I'm all over the place. Christine introduced herself, but why don't you catch us up, Christine, with what's been going on? Because I've never talked to you before. This is actually the first time. So what's been going on in Chicago over the last? Well, I guess 2020 in general has been a crazy year.
Gosh.
So how has 2020 been treating you?
It's been very exciting, insert sarcasm, and I'm sure you can Google. It's been sad. I would say we've had a lot of riots. So I work in advertising for a large retail investment group that owns malls. And so shortly after we came out of our lockdown of quarantine, it was right around June 1st, riots came through for a lot of Black Lives Matter movements. So it's been a little rocky, to be quite honest. I don't live in the heart of the city. I'm about 30 minutes out, but it's still been interesting, to say the least. And then we have presidential elections coming up as well. So there's also anticipated riots that are going to happen in, the early November when that happens. So we shall see, but, we're all being optimistic and safe and, still loving our city and, where we live.
How's it feeling in the United States coming up to election time? I think it's six weeks out?
Less, yeah. So it will. I have my ballot actually right next to me. I need to mail mine in. It's, awkward, I would say. There's so many presidential ads that, one is bashing the other and back and forth and a lot of debates. And our president recently had COVID. So, that was really interesting to see him go through that and, get back on the campaign trail as well.
Yeah. Well, look,
A lot of
hopefully
things up in the air, though, to see what happens. Will we be in quarantine if one president comes in? Will we lock down again? Who knows?
Yeah, there's so much uncertainty around that, isn't there? Yeah.
There is.
Well, I'm just hoping that you guys do have a peaceful transition of power or continuation of power, whatever the case is.
Thank you.
Because,
Yeah. Also, sorry.
You go, Daniel.
I was having a little look through my diary, and I have notes on what days things are, and the US elections falls on World Kindness Day. So I hope that people.
That's ironic.
So I hope that people keep that in mind, and I hope that kindness is spread throughout that day, because I know there's going to be a lot of tensions on that day. So I just wanted to highlight that it is World Kindness Day that same day. So I hope that people keep their vote to their vote to the polls and not causing unrest, basically.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was a fun fact.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, it's been a manic year for a lot of reasons, and U.S. politics is definitely one. So that's Christine. I think I've dealt with the Twitch issue. Chloe, do you want to catch us up with how your last 2 weeks have been? Because we missed you last week.
I'm
And
so
obviously
sorry
you've-
about that.
Miss
I'm not-
Globetrotter.
I know,
You don't need to
I got
apologize.
some-
Just catch us up with what's been happening, because obviously you've announced big and exciting news this
Yes.
week as well. So the floor is yours.
So
Go for
I
it.
am so honored to announce that I am a top 12 finalist at Miss Universe Ireland this year.
Congratulations.
Honestly, it's like a dream come true. I am just so grateful to have been given the opportunity. And last week, I'd spent a beautiful week in Antigua. And I just felt like everything fell into place lovely over the past week. I've been manifesting lots of happiness and positivity. And I'm just so excited to see what the future's going to hold.
There you go. That's a lot in 2 weeks. That's probably more than anyone else has done in the last 2 weeks. How are you feeling about Universe, Chloe? How are the nerves?
Yeah, I'm feeling really excited, really pumped. The girls are so sweet. Adrian interviewed my friend Nadia the other day. I love her. She's so sweet. The girls are so sweet. I'm so proud of all the other girls, and even though we're in uncertain times, I'm sure we'll do the right thing. And yeah, we're really excited to see how plans turn out.
There you go. One of the only the biggest pageant system in the world, and you're a finalist. So that's going to be an exciting way to end up 2020. Frankie here has said congratulations, Chloe.
Thank
and
you, Frankie.
on the note of Universe Island, I actually have to remember I'm having a call with your director, Chloe, in an hour's time, which we're going to try and organize a games night. Or some sort of night for the Universe Island crew, because I interviewed
that would be
Nadia.
so cool.
Yeah, well, I interviewed Nadia, who's Chloe's friend, and we were talking a lot about mental health, because Nadia is one of those people who's gone through a lot, and then on the flip side advocates for it.
She's incredible.
So we just thought it'd be nice to do the games night, but not only the games night, if we can do fundraising and then use those funds towards mental health in Ireland. I just thought that would be a good idea. So I'll be talking to Chloe's director, the owner of Universe Island, who's Brittany. So I don't know. What's her surname, Chloe? Do you know? I know her first name's Brittany.
Mason? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So I'll be talking to Brittany Mason. Hopefully we can get that organized and work with the Universe Island system. Brittany's actually over in America as we speak. So one of those things where your brain has to deal with all these different time zones.
Yeah.
Especially at the moment, because everyone is changing time zones. So we went forwards an hour 2 weeks ago. I think in the UK, you guys are going backwards, like next week. By next week, I think you would have gone backwards an hour. And then in America, I have no idea. So trying to
spring forward and fall back.
We do the same.
Yeah. So just trying to keep an eye on everything and actually schedule this, for example, it's like, oh my God, I don't know.
Rely on your iPhone to just plop in where people live, and it does it for you.
Yeah, that's it. So congratulations, Chloe. That's amazing, and I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time. Danielle, do you want to catch us up with what's been going on since last week?
Yeah, so I have been shooting quite a lot, which has been awesome. It has just solidified that this is definitely the right career path for me. I took up photography during lockdown, and I am trying to, make a career, make a living out of it. So I've been doing lots of socially distanced photo shoots in parks and recreation grounds, and I absolutely love it. I'm getting to grips with editing, and I'm loving it. Today I was editing some pictures, and I was like, oh my God, I actually took this photo. I'm like, when you create something and you step back and then you then look at it with fresh eyes, and then you're like, wow, that I made that. I'm just so proud of the work that I've been produced at the moment. And it's just been amazing. I picked up the Magic again, so I have it with me at all times. So
I have that book too.
It's so good for anyone that is interested.
All three of them.
Yeah, they're
Really?
amazing. So
Yes.
there's the secret, and then the magic is the daily tasks that you complete. So it's a 28-day challenge basically, and it is supposed claimed to change many of people's lives, and it has changed my life to a certain extent. Obviously I'm not going to be like a gazillionaire overnight, and I'm not going to be like, you know, this thing takes work as well. So getting back onto it, I've caught up from where I left off before, because you do have to go back and start again if you miss a day. If you are quite a substantial weight in, you can go back 3 days and pick up from there. So I restarted it. I'm now on day 11. So today's task was the magic morning. So I woke up and I said, the first thing I said when I opened my eyes was thank you. And for the whole of the morning,
Gratitude.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, practicing gratitude. So I'm back on this.
I love that.
And all about the gratitude. I'm also reading another book, which is great because it coincides with today's task, which is the Miracle Morning. I've been saying for the longest time that I want to be a morning person, and I'm not naturally. I'm a natural night owl. I'm
Have children.
envious.
That'll change it.
That's what I need to do, maybe. It's quite an extreme way to become a morning person. But,
Don't take that advice.
But I'm always so envious of anyone that can wake up at 5 a.m. So I want to be part of the 5 a.m. club. That is my ambition. I will be there by the time 2020 is out, hopefully with the help of this book. So I just started this. It's only a thin one, and hopefully I'll blast through this. I've become a real bookworm this week, so that is my week.
Christine said there were 3. Are there 3 in the secrets? Sort of. What's the third one?
The Power.
The Power, that's the one.
Ooh. I have a life coach, executive coach, whatever you want to call her.
Oh, wow.
And I met her about 12 years ago. And she said, read those books, make a vision board. And I fulfilled everything on that. And I recently redid my vision board because I'm like, wow, it's been like 10 years. I should do a new one. And I'd love to show you it if you would like to see it. I drew it.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
really
goodness.
silly. It's very silly. So please mind my artistic work.
This is amazing.
Oh.
I see London.
I tried.
London and Paris.
So I have Disney Christmas time, because I have yet to go to Disney World during the holidays. That's where Galaxy used to be. And that's when I competed many, many years ago. It just was the best pageant. So I always attribute Disney to Galaxy. And then, traveling to Europe, winning Mrs. Galaxy, gotta will that, little vacay, and then just career ambitions, and then being in good shape. So that's down here. That's my little bicep.
I love that.
That's so adorable.
That's so cool.
Yes.
That's
Love
so
that.
What was the little?
Really love that.
What was the little green one, sort of on the left side, halfway down?
Down here.
Yeah, what's that?
Boss babe. So I can make a lot more money and climb the corporate ladder, because I have big goals for myself. I'm a director now, but I want to be a VP and have direct reports in sales.
What industry do you work in?
I am in advertising right now in Simon Property Group for media. So they own a bunch of malls.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Any sales, I've done medical sales. I've worked for Xerox. It's all the same,
So the mall
Xerox.
must be pretty deserted at the moment then, sadly. With everything. No.
Actually, shockingly, so we pay attention to a lot of the data that comes through, and people have been in grocery stores, shopping centers, and I think people were just bored and like, get me out. I need to go shopping and get some retail therapy. So we actually monitor the traffic weekly. So we're watching as year over year reports come through.
Oh.
Okay.
I think I'm having a dog invasion again.
I was wondering what that sound was. Stephanie here said that she also has a vision board by my bed, so I wake up every day and focus on my goals.
Yes, you have to see it. You do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
and you
actually
have
going
to
try that
see it on.
myself. You've inspired me.
I was just like, I'm just going to grab my phone and show you my white wallpaper, but I can't because I'm filming on my phone. But I actually.
You did this last week as well. It's like, where's my phone? Where's my phone?
I picked up my case like it was in there. No, it's not. I've taken it out there to put it on the ring light. But my wallpaper on my phone is of Crystal Gale's set up because she took a picture of her crown, her Ms. Galaxy crown, and her crown box and her sash, and I sneakily screenshotted that and put that as my background just so like I see it every day, so it's kind of like
the next thing I'm gonna do is Photoshop Crystal Cavey's face and put mine in. She's my friend. So I told her last weekend, I'm like, I'm just ready. You could just pass it on to me. Wink, wink.
You have some big shoes to fill if you do take Crystal Cavey's.
I do. It's all about the legacy, right? And just continuing to build upon that.
She's such a grafter. Like, I have never been so in awe of a queen before. Her work ethic. It
puts so much work. Absolutely. You know, her and I, we've had some great conversations because being both in sales, it's like we're cut from the same cloth, right? Like competition is exciting and being at our best, right? So yeah, I tell her that all the time. I'm like, girl, I have a full-time job, a husband, a child. I'm not going to do as much as you're doing. She's like, well, obviously, like she's not working. So she has the time to build that in her schedule, and her kids are grown. So I think that's wonderful though, that her in this right time, like has the time to put into it to grow this organization for Maria. And she's made us all so very proud.
We've had both Crystals on. So we've had Crystal Cavey, the Mrs. Galaxy, and we've had Crystal Gale, the Ms. Galaxy, so Danielle's division. And just so Chloe knows, last time we had Crystal Cavey on, I think she said she was gunning for or had already done, I can't remember, 100 appearances in that year, and the year wasn't out.
Incredible. Wow.
Yeah, the year wasn't out. She had aimed for 100. She got there, and the year hadn't even been out. If I remember correctly, so she's a machine.
And she got the title in August. She got the title in August. Crazy.
Wow.
I kind of wonder by the end of her reign, because obviously it would be a longer reign because of COVID, just how many appearances she would have done.
Someone's gonna need to go, Crystal, it's okay. You're good. You're good.
I wonder if she's done many virtual appearances.
Yes.
Yeah, she's
but
done
she
some of those
is
as well.
such a mover and a shaker. She's doing it.
Yeah. Well, that's incredible.
So, someone remind me, when is Galaxy scheduled for next year? Is it July? Is it July, August? Because that's when it was this year originally.
The first week of August.
Yes. There's a lot of pageants in the U.S. that fall around that timeline. So that's usually like, I actually got engaged, but one of the Galaxy Internationals. So I always remember my engagement. And then I got married the year like to the date, and I missed Galaxy last year. So it might fall under my anniversary now again, which would be fun.
It's funny because that's going to fall under the anniversary of me and my BF as well.
Oh, I love that.
So cute.
This has become such a podcast. Like, I'm just looking forward to eating Chicago deep dish pizza, and you guys are like,
there's a lot of things in Chicago. There's a lot of things. My husband and I are big foodies, so whether it's barbecue, whether it's fried chicken, it's just a melting pot of cultures here, which is so incredible. If you have the taste for Thai food, if you're in the mood for Italian, I'll point you in the right direction.
Is there anything there that's good for pageant girls doing pageant prep? Because most of that stuff that you've mentioned, pageant girls won't be eating fried chicken, barbecue. It's like, no.
Let me just
I'm
say
okay.
This. I think it's okay in moderation. I signed up about a year ago for this pageant, and it's been 8 years since I've competed, and I'm 37. And I was like, listen.
Okay, hang on. Let me just show people Okay, on that point of being 37, but let's show people what a 37-year-old looks like.
Dang, girl!
Wow. Queen.
Thank you,
That's a
Mom.
37-year-old.
She's lying. She's 27.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, girl!
Thank you. Thank you. I haven't shown these to my husband yet.
I love these
incredible.
shirts.
But I do love
That's on
working
your
with my
Instagram.
photographer.
That's
I
not
know.
me.
You
I
never
haven't hacked your iCloud drive or something. Those are on your Instagram.
I know. You know what the thing is? It's like once I decided to embrace, like, I'm never going to be a size 2. I'm never going to be 5'9". I have curves, and a lot of it's genetics, but you just have to love yourself and then work towards your goals, whatever size it looks like, whatever weight it is. It doesn't even matter, but own it and love it. So for this photo shoot, it was an appearance because all the proceeds went to a fund for animals. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to make myself have wet hair and I'm coming in a swimsuit. Yes.
Yes.
Incredible.
You're making charity sexy.
When I'm old someday, I'm gonna be really happy about what I looked like. But anyways, going back to food, we were talking about food, Adrienne. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can have those things as long as you are exercising. Just lift a bunch of heavy weights and have a lot of protein. You'll be good.
I promise you, when I get to America, I will not hold back because I will have done so much training in the run-up that there's nothing I'm going to eat in the last the 3 days in the run-up to Galaxy International that's going to affect that because that is going to be on point by the time I get there. There's no way I can damage all that work in 3 days, so I'm going to go ham when I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Literally go ham. I think I can just imagine sitting you down at an all-you-can-eat pizza bar, and you just how much can you eat?
So you can eat whatever you want after.
Yes.
That is very true. Since I'm doing screen shares, Danielle, I was looking for some photography photos that you've done. Do you have any on your stories at the moment?
Yes, if you go on the
stories
story, you can skip past me talking.
And I haven't seen her in so long, so we have so much to catch up on, and hopefully we'll get some lovely little bump.
Baby love, my baby love, I need you.
That's very nice.
Okay.
So those pictures that you just saw
Happy
there,
Monday morning, everyone. And I haven't seen.
I can
These
sort
ones?
of pause it by clicking on it.
these are unedited, by the way. So these are just, as they popped up on my screen, I just did a little record. A few of them I've edited, but obviously they're on my phone and I'm filming on my phone. So this is a little sneak peek into Shani's photo shoot today.
I love the autumn leaves in the background.
Looks like you were just down my block.
I've never seen that for a pregnancy shoot before, that autumn theme. It's so beautiful.
Cute, right? So something a little bit different and something for her and memories while she was pregnant and yeah.
My baby love.
So looking at everyone's Instagram. Let's have
And
a
then
look at Chloe's.
if you click on the other one I did before, there were some sneak peeks on there, but I haven't released any from Helen's shoot yet, and I haven't released the ones from Shani's.
Good morning, everyone.
You could call me Tan.
And I so
I talk a lot. This is there's a little sneak peek there.
Is this the random one that you accosted in the park and said, which it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you like to shoot? Like, okay, take my money.
So basically, the story is I was going for a run, as I do, trying to stay healthy, running around the park. I look like an absolute mess. I've got like a bird's nest on my head, my hair all scruffed up, no makeup, looking exhausted, sweating. And I just saw this girl walking through the park wearing this like incredible outfit. She looked fly. And she was holding a tripod. I was like, this girl's an influencer. She's coming in to take her own content, bless her. So I ran around the park. I plucked up I was like talking myself up for it. I was like, right, I'm going to go up. I'm going to approach her. And I'm going to be like, look, I'm a photographer. If you need any help, I'll come take some pictures. Went up to her. I was like, hi, my name's Danielle. I'm a local photographer. I can see you're trying to shoot some content at the moment. Are you an influencer? Do you need any help? And she looked at me like,
creep.
I'm that
Pretty
weird
much.
creep, and also, English is not her first language. She'd only been she'd only been in the UK for 9 months, and obviously that's during lockdown time. Bless her. So she was like, I don't understand. So I was just like, what's your Instagram? Took her Instagram and I just sent her a long message being like, I love the fact that you took the initiative to take your tripod out with you. I loved your outfit. I'm a local photographer, so if you want to shoot sometime, because I need to test. I've got new lenses that I need to test out and things that I want to try out before I go to paying customers. So I said, can we do a shoot? And she was just like, yeah, it's sweet. So I was like, how are you free tomorrow? So we just had a quick little shoot and we've made some really great content. She was so sweet.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's a picture of Laurie.
Looks
And
like Chloe. Looks like you.
So that's my friend Laurie. We had spent 12 hours together. I did her hair, her makeup.
Do you style her?
Yeah, I did her hair and makeup.
I need help. Style me.
Wow.
Well, that's my profession. Prior to going into the legal sector, I used to be a stylist, so not a professional makeup artist or hairstylist, but a fashion stylist. But I can do a little bit of makeup and hair.
There you go, Christine.
That's incredible.
We'll give Danielle a plug. That's the pageant stylist. So if you want to be styled, she's actually doing that again now because I berated her into doing it.
So this is my my pageant stylist page. So I offer a service to pageant girls to style them for their pageants.
Working with other misses?
I'm not currently, but I can.
Oh, okay.
If you need some help, I'm your girl.
I love it.
I'm basically obsessed with pageant fashion, and I can get a hold of really rare gowns for really great prices. I'm like, I remember, I've got like this weird memory where I remember gowns, like, and I can just look at someone.
This blah blah blah. It's in your DNA.
That is my favorite gown of all time.
Yeah, that gown was. She had. There was pictures afterwards. Her neck, for the weight of that gown, it dug into her so hard that you should have seen like the bruising around her neck.
Which one?
The chainmail one, the one, the very sexy one.
2006.
Zucchia Riviera. Is it Zucchia? I can never pronounce her name right. So yeah, that was a very, very heavy gown.
Yeah.
It was one of the silver ones.
The things that you girls do to look
so
your best.
I'm creating a little bit of a rainbow soon. So I'm going through all the different colours, and because colours have semiotics. When you think of a colour like red, you think of passion, you think of love, you think of romance. It's also a very bold colour, and it's a very kind of a little bit of an aggressive colour as well. So if you rock up wearing a red gown, this girl means business.
I wore red the last time I did Galaxy.
It's definitely a very powerful color, and because red comes in all different shades, obviously all colors come in different shades, from burgundies down to the kind of raspberry reds. The colors that you wear really show your branding and who you are as a person off.
Absolutely.
So I definitely think people use color therapy. So yeah, I'm really delving into colors at the moment. I love.
So what color does Adrian look best in?
Oh, I liked, you wore a lemon shirt the other day, and I really liked you in the lemon.
Oh, jewel tones. Absolutely. For him. Mm-hmm.
Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The navy you're wearing at the moment looks great. The blue, it's like a deep blue.
There's an old joke. It was on one of my favorite sitcoms. And there's this guy, I don't know if you guys, did any of you watch Scrubs? It was an American sitcom, a medical sitcom. And the main character, JD, he's very hyper neurotic. He's always wanting to please this mentor, Dr. Cox, who he sees as a father figure. But Dr. Cox is very, very tough love. And it's the beginning of a new season. JD has grown like quite a shaggy beard, like probably a lot, more significant than this one. And he goes up to Dr. Cox, and Dr. Cox says, "Oh, I like the facial hair." And like he never gives JD a compliment. And he goes, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm a fan of anything that hides your face." So that's
It's like you have a face for radio.
Yes, I claim that one. I've got a very good face for radio. It's a perfect face for radio.
Hence why this is going on Spotify afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Screw all the camera work. But I mean, that's one of the things I love about pageants is I actually get to dress up, because my wardrobe is either t-shirts or it's tuxes. Like there's nothing in between. It's either t-shirt and track pants, or it's a full-on custom-made tux, and I have nothing in between. So I probably actually need help filling in that in-between part. But this jacket, for example, this is from the UK. This is a Topman, I think. A Topman one, I think.
Topman number.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Danielle,
that's go for it.
What's my color? What do you
Oh,
I have green eyes. It's hard to tell.
you do have green. I was thinking like a really sparkly emerald, like for a gown, a really sparkly emerald green, like a. Have you seen the Leo modal gowns?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Leo modal in emerald green on you would be the bomb. Absolutely stunning. And emerald green is one of these colors where it suits everyone. It suits absolutely everyone as well. So if you ever, there's a myth in pageantry which I am going to address in my green post. There was a myth going around that no one ever wins in green, which is complete poppycock. It's complete poppycock.
Nadia won Miss Intercontinental Ireland in green, and she looked
Absolutely.
beautiful.
But I can also see you suit so many colors. Blue, the blue that you have on right now is gorgeous on you.
Gorgeous.
My daughter picked this out.
Beautiful.
She's my stylist. I'm not even kidding. Green makes me happy. It makes me think of my Irish heritage, being an Irish dancer. It makes me think of
Yes.
I love that.
Remember that? We were talking about the Rose of Tralee.
Yes.
When you were on
Yes,
your
we
thing.
were. Yeah.
I think
so
green.
sweet.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Free advice.
If anyone else wants to know what colors I think, then just send me a message.
Well, Chloe's got Universe coming up, so don't forget her. Give Chloe some advice.
Yes.
Oh, I could see you in a lilac, Chloe.
Oh, I love lilac. I was actually thinking.
It's a very rare color in pageantry, and I think it can border along the line of kind of fashiony couture, but something very. This is a gown that I kind of imagined for myself, but I can imagine it on you looking better on you because you're blonde and you've got soft features. But I can imagine the body completely crystallized in like silver and lilac, and that's layered over chiffon. So as it would be so fitting to your body, your waist will look tiny, 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 and then all of a sudden the chiffon just falls out, and you will look like you just glide. Leg split because we want a bit sexy because it is Universe after all.
I love that. That sounds like my dream dress. You've just described me in a nutshell. Oh, thank you.
I think blondes are great in black as well.
Oh yes, agreed. Love a black dress on a blonde because the blonde really pops with the black. Just got to be careful that you don't shed onto the black dress.
See, I don't think, the brunettes are black.
I love that gown.
Yes.
Let's see how the blonde really pops.
It's such a contrast.
Love, love, love.
Well, there you go. So, fashion advice. If anyone needs styling, contact Danielle. Chloe, pick Danielle's brains. Christine, Danielle's brains. She's there to be used, so she's a resource, so use her. I was, just before we got into that, I was going to show, because we're looking at everyone's Instagrams, might as well show some of the ones that Chloe got. This is a, which one's this?
When I popped off, then you go gave me just a little.
There was
That was
one that
you?
Chloe.
Yeah.
That came up like someone on like my newsfeed.
When I popped off, then you go gave me just a little.
Malibu Barbie.
That's lilac.
Wow.
I love this picture of you, Chloe.
Oh my gosh.
So Chris is an incredible photographer. So
Wow.
good. Just like you, Danielle. I would love to shoot with
Well,
you.
hopefully I'll get to that point at some time. So that'd be my dream job, is to do location shoots and shoot gorgeous women in gorgeous locations. That would be the dream. I tell you what would be the absolute dream: shoot something for Sports Illustrated.
Incredible.
That would be the dream.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sports Illustrated, if you remember Holly that we had on last week, she actually entered. Sports Illustrated has a swimsuit contest, and she entered that.
Yeah.
Had to shoot a video for it. So,
amazing.
yeah, it's a small world, pageantry, and a lot of other worlds as well. It's amazing who knows who. Well, like for example, even the fact that Christine knows what Rosa Trellie is. I mean, that's pretty random.
I didn't even know what it was.
It's like one thing that I know, but see, I was going to say it's one thing I know about pageantry that you don't, Danielle, but it's not, as I said, it's not really a pageant. It's very, very different.
Content.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, looks like everyone's, Chloe, how much are you missing Antigua right now that you're back in Sunny Island?
I actually made really good friends with the hotel owners, Sarah and Jeff, and they were like, if you want to stay, you can. And I really thought about it, and I thought it was my little Maltese's first birthday party yesterday, so I didn't want to miss it.
Oh.
So I came back to see her, and now it has been raining all day, and I kind of wish I'd stayed in Antigua.
I saw one of Nadia's stories today, and she was going to the gym, and she said she hid in her car for 25 minutes because the rain was that bad.
Yeah. I didn't even get out for my jog today because the weather was so bad.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old sunny Irish weather or UK weather. Christine, what's your weather like at the moment? Chicago's known as the windy city, isn't it? You can get pretty windy there.
It is. Today the sun was out, leaves are changing, so it was actually pretty nice out. It's always good for the mood when it's Monday and it's sunny out.
It does help. It does help. I will try not to rub in the fact that I'm going into summer, but I'm very happy about that. So
Show
it's
off.
about like yeah, I'm showing off the weather. It's like, honestly, it's going to be the highlight of my year, is the fact that we're going back into summer and we can get some sunny weather. And we're kind of the opposite to what at least like UK and Ireland are going through. We're really kind of rolling back even more and more lockdowns and restriction rules, and we're going into summer. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near to normal, but it's getting that way. Whereas I heard on the news today, for example, Wales has imposed of its own accord a 2-week complete lockdown.
Yep.
You're basically a prisoner in your own house because they don't think Boris Johnson's rules are strict enough.
We're 4 weeks, even our hair salons, everything shut. I remember 2 weeks ago, I was telling you how restaurants are takeaway only. Now beauticians are also closed. So my hair is going to be terrible for Miss Universe.
No, you'll be fine.
You can
You can do it, girl.
mail you things.
Unless I go to the Republic of Ireland to get it done, which I'm quarantining in Donegal at the minute. So I'm not too sure what the restrictions are here, though, because I know they were quite strict before I left as well. But I think all of Ireland's pretty much going on the same boat at the minute. But just staying positive and hoping for the best, and all the girls are so positive, and yeah, fun times ahead.
Yeah.
Your hair color is not going to make or change it for you, right?
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
There you go. Different hemispheres and very, very different stories. I give up, Christine, trying to keep up with what's happening with lockdown in America, because all of your states basically do, as far as I understand, they will do what they want.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
I don't know.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was interviewing Meg Kenny, who Chloe knows well. She was Miss Grand New Zealand 2017, and she's in Turkey at the moment. She's going to be in Texas whilst the election is on. And she was telling me, you tell me about this, Christine. She said, because Meg is one of those people who doesn't mind calling people out. She said she wanted to go to Texas and wear a T-shirt, right? Wear a T-shirt that said, men shouldn't get to decide what women get to do with their bodies. And she wanted to wear that in Texas. And I was just like, and her boyfriend said he didn't think that was a good idea.
You know,
Do you?
I think Texas is like their own entity because they're such a big state, but
Yeah.
it's a bold move. And it depends, I think, where in Texas that she's going. Do you know what city?
Right. No, I don't. I just knew that she was going to Texas.
Yeah.
Hopefully she has a FOID card and possibly conceal and carry because everybody carries guns, right?
No.
Ooh.
It's so weird. Because I was talking to her. She will soon have gone through every country in Europe. She's been on a mad backpacking tour, going on motorbikes, traveling with her boyfriend. And she was talking about going through Russia. And I've always been fascinated by Russia. I was asking her about Russia. And she said they got pulled over. They were in a bus. They got pulled over. And because her boyfriend's a Maori and's got tattoos. But apparently in Russia, the only reason you have tattoos is basically because you're in a gang or you're in jail.
Oh, yeah.
So they brought him up. And they were looking, he's got 2 passports. So these people who speak in Russian and don't speak any English were asking him about his passports.
Yeah.
And then one of them asked him, like, bear in mind, they're in the middle of Russia and they've got your passports. And they asked him, do you know Edward Snowden? As in, the guy that gave away all the government secrets. And he said yes, because he knows of Edward Snowden.
Knows of him.
He doesn't know him personally.
Yeah. And Meg
Yeah.
was going, oh, no, we don't. Oh, God.
Not personally.
That is terrifying.
Exactly.
Wow.
I just said that. Wrong answer. That's not
Wrong
what you want to answer in the middle of Russia when someone's got your passport. Like, no,
Bless him.
no, I do not know Edwards. Yeah, but she's been all over the place. Well, look, I'm so amazed my technology has actually survived for the hour. Let's just go through what people have got coming up, if anything. So, Christine, do you have anything coming up over? Why don't we do the rest of 2020? Any plans coming up for the rest of the year?
Well, we celebrate holidays, so that'll be important to us. I think my family and I are going to jump out. News to the family, but we won't be in Chicago. We're going to go to Arizona, spend 2 weeks there. One of my Galaxy sisters is getting married on New Year's Eve. You interviewed her, Ruthie Yeager. She was Ms. Arizona.
Yeah.
Marrying her girlfriend?
Yes.
I remember Ruthie. Yeah.
I've known her for, 10 years. And so I'm really excited. The whole family is going to go down and we'll be somewhere warmer than Chicago. And I'm like, not that. I wish it was like 100 so I can get a nice suntan, but it won't be that great. And wrapping up the year, like I'm in sales, so every day it's a quota and it's a hustle, but continuing to do appearances, safely, and excited just for, wrapping up the year and seeing what else we can accomplish for 2020.
Sounds like a plan. I do remember interviewing Ruthie. She was one of probably the first international Galaxy girls that I interviewed when I went on that sort of Galaxy bend, and I interviewed like 20 people in 20 minutes. One thing I remember about her is how much she loves coffee. I remember that.
I think that was her work.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You're exactly right. I remember that now. Like I've done so many interviews. I remember bits and pieces, but I don't remember everything anymore, unfortunately. But that sounds like a lovely way.
They have excellent coffee at Dutch Bros. It's a franchise chain of some sort where it's specialty coffee, and it's not here in Chicago. So when I visited her to help her pick out her wedding dress, she took me to get her favorite coffee, and it was amazing. So I'm looking forward to that.
That would be reason enough for me to fly over there, is simply to try the coffee, because all the times I've been in America, I can't say I've had the best luck with coffee, but then I'm a coffee snob. I'm an absolute coffee snob.
I like how you put the cream in it. I know it's probably unhealthy, but it tastes good. Like here, it's just milk, really.
Yeah, we just use milk.
Yeah, cream is much better.
Cream is a very American thing. I didn't realize until probably this year or late last year that when you guys say you put cream in coffee, that you actually meant cream.
Yes.
I thought that's what you were calling the milk. But you guys actually put, and then like half and half, and all these. This is the thing when you interview people from all over the world, you learn all these weird and wonderful things. What is half and half? Is that half cream, half milk?
It is, I think. I don't use it. My grandma uses that in her coffee, but I just do black coffee. And if I'm going to do cream, sometimes it's skim milk or almond, whatever is the healthier choice, Yeah.
I will have to go on a coffee tour of America to find actual coffee that I like, because similar to you, I have black coffee. So it's very hard to hide a bad coffee when you don't have any cream or milk with it. So when I was in not Massachusetts, when I was in Milwaukee, there was this a new cafe had just opened, and I struck a conversation with the owner, and it turned, because he made amazing coffee, and I was kind of surprised. So I mentioned it. I was trying not to say it. Oh my God, you're an American who can make good coffee. I tried to be more politically correct than that, but I got talking to him because obviously he was really into coffee, opening up a cafe, and it actually turned out I think he'd spent a lot of time in Australia. Because we can't. I don't know what you guys call it. Is it like the pot of coffee? The one that you're in a diner and you have the. Yeah, we haven't had that available in Australia for like 30 years. 20, 30 years. Like you can't get it anymore, because by the time because you just keep pouring water through it, right? And then by the time the water's gone through it once, you're really, when I can look at my coffee and see the bottom of the cup, that's not good. So we don't actually have that coffee available in Australia. But then I was interviewing Chloe's friend Nadia, and Nadia had spent time in America, and she'd been exposed to that coffee. Now she found it fascinating because she never had it. So she bought one of those machines, and now she has it at home, and she loves it because she's never had it before. I'm like, it's such coffee all over.
Simple, like everybody's fancy now with like Keurig and Nestle with the little cups, right? Yes, but I would say I'm so basic with my coffee. It's just in a pot. I make at least 8 cups a day, and I have 2 to 3 cups every morning, and this is filled with coffee because it's in the afternoon and I need more caffeine because I'm a mom.
I'm one of those fancy Nespresso people, although I did do barista training, so I know how to use the proper machine. But the Nespresso is just super quick. But I got to tell you, if I had 8 cups of that coffee, you wouldn't see me. I'd just be bouncing around the room, and then I'd pass out and collapse on the floor, be dead. So it's very, very different.
See,
coffee is a fascinating subject.
I was just going to say, Adrian had to pretend he was drinking real coffee the other day because he only had decaf left. It's funny.
Called out.
Do you know the feeling when you wake up in the morning, you're tired, you haven't been getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
There is nothing in the world you're looking forward to more than that cup of coffee. You listen to it brewing, you look at it, and it's like, oh my God, and then that first taste.
Towards it, right?
Now imagine that the only coffee you have left is decaf. That feeling.
Just do it.
Yeah.
It's disappointing, but you have to drink it because it's the only thing you have.
Well, I drank it and then went to the supermarket to buy more real stuff because I couldn't deal with it. My life doesn't function without coffee. So it's like,
my husband bought me a coaster that says, "I'm sorry for what I said to you before coffee." True.
I've seen a lot of coffee memes. I like the one that says, "Coffee, do stupid things faster with more energy." That's the one that I can resonate with the most.
Yeah.
I'm different because I like to have a cafetiere.
Which one is that?
Like a French press.
A French press, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I like. I feel like bougie, and if I sit outside on a terrace, reading a book, when the weather's great, the birds are singing, and I've just pour my little coffee out of my French press and then drink out of a very fancy cup, and that's my dream. Okay.
Going for work and back tomorrow. Okay?
Sorry, I'm going to mute myself.
I was wondering where that sound was coming.
My husband's leaving for work.
For one day.
That's okay.
Bye, hubby.
Yeah.
He's not coming back again.
No, he's coming back.
Ever?
Just one night, yeah. This might get bad. We need to.
Excitement.
I love the mum life.
I love it.
I got to say, I love
Have you ever seen
working
that
with kids.
video? It was on the news, and there's like an interview, and the kid runs in, and the nanny runs after the kid.
I love that video.
There's
It's probably my
one
favorite video on the internet.
Did you see, speaking of kid videos, did you see, I posted, I think on my Instagram stories, there was a TikTok, and there was this dad who was wearing like a big foam suit. I think it was like an alligator or a dinosaur, but it had legs sticking out the front. And so it looked like a dinosaur had picked up his dad and was running away with his dad, even though it was just the dad in the suit.
I did not see that. That's hilarious.
The problem is the kid didn't know it was a suit, obviously, and actually thought legitimately that a dinosaur had picked up his dad and was stealing his dad. So the dad runs away and the mom's filming it, and the kid is absolutely bawling and chases after his dad because he thinks the dinosaur is stealing his dad.
Oh,
So cute.
So cute.
This is the difference between you guys and me. You guys are like, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. I got to try that sometime. Why I should not have kids. I just like don't.
Oh no,
Yeah.
pranks are full on. That's your right as a parent. You get put through enough. You can do those things.
This is a weird thing. I don't know, Christy, maybe you can explain it. Like I keep saying I should never have kids because I do things like that to them, but kids love me. It's the weirdest thing.
You're being a kid, right? And they don't want you to.
I never
like
grow
an
up.
adult, you know, just.
No. When I had my nephew over here, I did the whole Diet Coke and Mentos thing, and he thought it was the best. You know, I became his hero after that. I blew myself up with Mentos, and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. But I enjoy all that stuff too. So, yeah, I am a giant kid at heart. Anyway, we were going around trying to wrap up. So
Yes.
I'll get back on track. Chloe, what have you got coming up in the next week or so?
In the next week, I have no plans. I am quarantining at home. I was in Antigua, and although it is a green list country, I still don't want to put anyone at risk. I want to stay at home, be safe, and that's the best thing for me to do now. I feel great, but just to stay on the safe side. So yeah, and then just prepare for Miss Universe and start taking notes and just spend the next few weeks preparing. And yeah, I'm actually really excited just to see what the future holds. And yeah, I am in need of some chill time after Antigua.
I
More
bet.
chill time.
It's all about loving yourself, right?
Yeah.
Self-love, self-care.
Mhm.
Danielle, what about yourself?
I actually have quite a few shoots lined up. I'm currently in Cardiff, so socially distanced, of course. I came to Cardiff on Friday when it was allowed. I'm not allowed out, but I am here now. So I've got a few shoots lined up in Cardiff. I'll just be editing those, and there's a few posts that I want to get out on social media. I need to post a bit more on the Pageant Stylist. I plan to give myself a photo shoot at some point as well.
Yay! I can't wait to see that.
Thanks. So I've got like a self timer on my camera, and so I'm going to try and shoot some marketing material for the Pageant Stylist.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my plans for this week.
Very nice. Okay. And I've got an interview. Let me just check for you guys. I've got an interview. I've been interviewing a lot of the Miss World Australia state finalists. We're not up to the national finalist stage. To give you an idea how Corona has screwed things up with Miss World Australia, one of the people that I interviewed, Ella Rose Denton, she put up a memory that a year ago, and she did her preliminary a year ago, and they're still doing preliminaries now. So that's how much it's stretched out Miss World Australia, that you can go back a year and it's still the same year of the pageant.
No way.
Yeah, it was weird. I said like, wow, that's a year ago. And she goes, yeah, tell me about it. And she's 22. And I said, yeah, we might get Miss World Australia in before you age out. She didn't think that was very funny, but I did. But I've got another interview with a Miss World Australia state finalist on Friday.
Nice.
And then next week, I've already sorted out the podcast guests. Our podcast guest for next week is actually Giselle Ace, who I interviewed from South Africa. We're making this whole thing very, very international. You know, Christine from America, next week, South Africa. And then the week after that, who knows? Who knows? And I am considering also giving Danielle and Chloe some practice at doing the hosting, if they're interested.
Oh, yeah.
He just wants a day off.
I do. I want to be. Here's what I want to happen. Okay. So, all right. I'm gonna.
There you go.
Hi, everyone.
Okay. Danielle,
Hi,
let's
everyone.
give you a practice run. We're just about done now. So do you want to wrap us up? And then when you tell me, I'll play the outro video and we can call it
No,
quits.
don't put me on the spot like that. I don't know how to finish it up. So I want to say thank you to all of my guests for this evening, for giving up their time. I don't know, what else do you normally say? Thank you. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in and commented below. We shall see you next week.
That'll do.
That'll do.
All right. That'll do.
I'll work on it for
doing
next
this.
week. I'll work on it. I'm so used to you doing it.
Don't you have a
Christine.
topic?
Your turn, Christine.
Oh, gosh. Thank you all for watching today's show. It's been a pleasure to have you. If you would like to say anything, you have 30 seconds. This will be like the pageant ending of the interview. Anything you want to leave us with, Chloe?
Thank you for joining us on the Pageant project, and I'm so happy to be here. And thank you, Christine. Oh. for being our guest. I think because our little screens have moved around so much.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. That is tricky.
Well, I'm pointing this way.
It's the opposite way.
It's the opposite. Mhm.
So it's inverted in my laptop as well, because I was actually on my phone earlier and I was inverted and I was like, oh, I look scary. So I
Since we're sorting this whole thing out, why don't we finish? And this will be the last thing we do. Hang on, Christine, do you have TikTok?
I do.
Everyone knows this one, right?
My kid's favorite song.
Let's close on this. You can join in at home. Which way are we going? Is it-
I don't know the song. Am I too old? Did I miss this?
No.
I gotta ask my 5-year-old. Allison, mommy needs dance moves. Like stat.
I love that.
You guys,
Mommy needs
I am
dance
very
moves.
good at dancing, and I am embarrassed right now.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, it's probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing.
It means that you're not spending too much of your life on TikTok.
Yes, that is
True.
dangerous. It's 4 a.m. and you're still
Yes.
scrolling and you're like, oh, I should probably be asleep.
Right.
I spent about 10 years of my life on TikTok. So anyway, look, that's it. Let's get off before we get kicked off.
So
Thank you
have
to
a quick
everyone.
snack.
Thank you to everyone for watching. And I look forward to Danielle and Chloe doing hosting duties. So I can sit in one of the other corners and just mind my own business. Thanks, guys, and we will speak to you next time.
Hey, it's Adrian again. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to head up to pageantlaunch.com to join the launch team for our pageant review site. All you have to do is enter your email address. It's completely free. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with your friends and follow us on all our socials. Thanks, and see you next time.